Hey, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Bull City Hangout 512. I'm Pat Murray. I publish the Durham Skywriter, Durham's online community paper. Check it out at durhamskywriter.com. Now, with Bull City Hangout, I tell you what's happening today in Durham, and I invite you to click on that link right there on the Durham Skywriter Facebook page. Shoot the breeze, say hello, promote yourself, your business. All that would be great. It would also be great if you go ahead and share this out so that more people here in Durham can find out what's happening. So let me put on my specs, and I apologize for being late. I was throwing something away outside, and my neighbor was sitting out on his front porch. He just can't say hello and keep walking. I had to, I'm down south now. You had to palaver with your neighbors there a little bit, and time got I was telling him how I'm going to Oklahoma next week. I'm very excited about that. Can't wait. I've never been to the Plains States. I think that's what it's called. And yeah, Oklahoma. Can't wait. It's going to be so. Hey, Dave. Dave's in Texas. And Dave is saying, hello, my wonderful YouTube friend. Dave, boom, fist bump. Yeah, I'm going to Oklahoma next week. So excited. It's already hot. In fact, I'm going to check the Oklahoma weather when I do the weather report. So let me get started with the show, though. I'm going to keep you hanging here. So got my specs on, got my little iPad. Let me move my keyboard out the way, though. Like knock myself off camera. There we go. So let's see what's going on today. So in terms of the Durham County Libraries, with today being Tuesday, they are open until 8, and Bragtown closes at 6. And then they reopen tomorrow at 9:30, and Bragtown reopens tomorrow at 10. Hey, look who else is here. William M. Andrews saying good afternoon, Durham, North Carolina, from Butner, Creedmoor, North Carolina. Okay, William. Hope you're doing well today out, let's see, I was going to say out, that's east of us, right? Butner, Creedmoor. I know it's near Raleigh. I think it's northeast of here, I believe. And of course, William's going to say it's a beautiful day in the Bull City, because that's his most favorite, famous phrase of all time, and I appreciate that. And it actually is a beautiful day. Oh, you always like to mention when it's 12:12, happy 12:12. It is 12 minutes after 12 o'clock. Love that. And Dave is saying, happy day, Will, with the fist bump. Indeed, we're all friends here, and I love that. Alrighty. So, let's see, I was talking about the libraries. Okay. Now, let us check into Durham Tech. Oh, wait a minute. There's a city vacancy, one city vacancy. Maybe you can fill it, or you know somebody who would want to fill this vacancy. So the Durham City County Environmental Affairs Board needs a new member. So what you do, you go to durhamskywriter.com, go to the Word page, scroll down to the city of Durham. You'll see the map right there. And basically click on the link and see what will be expected of you. And then you can use that to determine whether you have the time to donate to the city, so to speak, to help them out. So if you're interested in this area, environmental affairs, then yeah, let the city know by end of day tomorrow. And then you'll be in the running for new membership in the Durham City County Environmental Affairs Board. Okay. Let's see. What else can we get into today? I'm going to check with with Durham Tech, because they have these classes for entrepreneurs, budding entrepreneurs. So let's see what's on offer today for free on Zoom. These are one-off classes. They're wonderful. So let's see. Let me scroll down. There's a lot on this page. It's going to take a minute as I scroll down. There we are. So today's the 12th. Oh, here's a class at 2. Apps for small business. That will be from 2 until 4 this afternoon. And you need to, I guess, find out what apps can really help you as a small business. And yeah, let me know what those apps are. I don't know if I'll be able to attend this class. That sounds pretty good. Here's another one. This one, ooh, this is a good one, from 5:30 until 7. How to Create Videos to Market Your Business for Beginners, Part 2. Now, even though it says Part 2, very often, if you missed Part 1, they'll still catch you up. They're really good teachers, and they can really keep you interested, and they don't go so far afield that you feel like you've fallen behind. So even if you missed Part 1, go ahead and attend this class. Part 2 is this afternoon from 5:30 until 7. Okay, and oh, this is a good class. Oh, that's tomorrow. Okay, so tomorrow you can learn all about creating a nonprofit, and it is part 1 of 5. That's going to be mid-afternoon tomorrow, so be ready for that one. Okay, and let's see if SCORE has any classes, and they do the same thing. They help budding entrepreneurs with the addition of offering mentors. Mentors can really help guide you as you learn all about running a business, so you might want to think about that. Let's see if there's anything happening today, with it being the 12th. Nothing until Saturday. Let me go back up to Legal Aid of North Carolina, because they have some great classes too. They're online, and I think they're live as well. So I think there's going to be a class today. Yes, at 2:30. There's going to be a free class on Zoom offered by Legal Aid NC called Child Custody, Listen and Learn. Listen and Learn, that's the name of their educational series. So Child Custody, Listen and Learn, that's going to be this afternoon, 2:30 until 4:30. Learn all about child visitation rules and how to make those agreements, hopefully with not too many problems. Okay. And now I'm going to go to the health page, and let's see what's going on there. There we go. So, of course, health studies, I like to mention those because very often you can help local universities and researchers, scientists with their new apps and their new studies, their new, I don't want to say experiments, that sounds kind of scary, but they are learning how to do better in terms of apps serving the public with different health problems. And if you want to participate, you can definitely do so. They would love that. I've got at least a dozen listed, and I have more on the way. Oh, today's the 12th. Let me scroll back up to NAMI. So NAMI Durham, and NAMI, by the way, NAMI stands for the National Alliance on Mental Illness. So today, at 7:30, the NAMI Connection Recovery Support Group will meet on Zoom. This is it's a peer-led support group for those who are age 18 plus, living with a mental illness. So you can get some, share your successes, share your challenges, and get some resources, get some support, which is really nice. And this is a free offering by NAMI Durham. And definitely I have the link there so you can learn more about that organization. They help a lot of people, a lot. Okay, and now I'm going to see if there are any blood drives that we can, we can donate blood and save lives. Let's see. So the American Red Cross is going to have a blood drive, not today, but tomorrow, at the West Durham Baptist Church, 1901 Athens Avenue, and that it will be tomorrow from 1 until 6. So I can remind you during tomorrow's show. And let me see if the Blood Connection has a blood drive. They do the same thing. It's nice to have two organizations doing the same thing. Oh, they have one today. Ooh, it's only until 1 o'clock because they started at 9 at Habitat for Humanity, 1823 Highway 15501. So if you happen to be in that area, you can donate blood up to 1 o'clock. Now tomorrow they're going to have two blood drives. One is going to be at Syngenta, 9 Davis Drive, from 10 until 2. Then we'll have another crew over at the Durham Co-op Market, 1111 West Chapel Hill Street. That will be from 10:30 until 2:30. Alrighty. And it is Tuesday. So that does mean that the health program is open right now. It's open today. They're only open 2 days a week. So the Health Equipment Loan Program. They accept donations of things like wheelchairs, walkers, canes, that sort of thing. And then they clean them up, fix them up, and then they loan them out to people for 90 days at a time. That's 3 months. It's really great, totally for free, no strings attached. It's a county-run program. They're located at 4206 North Roxborough Street, and they're only open, like I said, 2 days a week, so they're open right now. So Tuesdays, 10 to 2, and then Fridays, 1 until 5. Okay, now going to the top of the page, clicking on that big health events blue button, and let's see if there's anything going on in terms of special events today. Let's check it out. Today is the 12th. Let's see. So that already happened. That is happening right now. The Younger Onset Support Group is meeting right now. If you already have the link and you have attended before. Is that Curtis? No way. Men's Life Coaching. That is Curtis. Hey, Curtis. And Curtis is in Texas, too. Hey, Dave, say hello to Curtis. You're both Texans. Although Curtis is from my hometown, Chicago. But yeah, you need to check out Curtis. Men's Life Coaching. He does some great Christian-based, coaching and just life. What do you call it? Help me out. Curtis. Let's see. It's like life experience, coaching men to get through their lives in a, how can I put it? To get their lives straight, to move through life in a way that is helpful to yourself, your family, and again, it's Christian based. And it's really, really good. Some good Bible teachings in there. I attended one, but I felt a little awkward not being a man. But he does do a really great job with his men's life coaching. Definitely check out Curtis. And Dave is saying, howdy, Curtis, with a fist bump. Indeed. So yeah, all right. And Curtis, if you ever want to come on the show, the link is right there on the. Let me see if he's saying howdy to Dave. Let me see. So you're watching from. Oh, okay. You're watching from YouTube, I think. Are you watching from YouTube? I can't tell. I think you're watching from YouTube. But if you want to ever come on the show, Curtis, all you need to do is to go to the Durham Skywriter Facebook page, and the link is right there. You can always join me on camera and promote yourself, say hello, etc. Great seeing you again, indeed. So, folks, yeah. Okay, so he is watching from YouTube. So, like I said, if you ever want to come on the show, the only reason I restrict the link to Facebook is because it's safer. I used to put the link everywhere, and somebody showed up naked. So yeah, I said, okay, we're going to have to restrict the link to just Facebook. So, just saying. So let me continue. And again, very excited to have you here, Curtis. All righty. So where was I? Okay. Was I talking about younger onset? Yes, I was just saying, if you ordinarily attend the Younger Onset Support Group and you forgot that it's today, well, you can click on the link and join them late. They don't mind your tiptoeing in late, and because they'll be meeting until 1:30. They start at noon. Okay, now later on today, the Breast and GYN Cancers Support Group will be meeting. It's run by Duke. This is on Zoom, and it will be from 5:30 until 7. Now, tomorrow, Senior Pharmacist is going to have a Medicare Basics seminar in person. Now, usually it's on Tuesdays in the evening, but they realize that Wednesday is a good day at noon also. It's good very often when people have these recurring events to, move around time-wise to try to reach everybody. Maybe I should do that too. But anyway, so Senior Pharmacist is going to have their Medicare Basics seminar tomorrow at noon at the Durham Center for Senior Life, 406 Rigsby Avenue. So if you're about to turn 65 and you don't know yet about Medicare, you need to attend. It's free, and you're going to learn an awful lot because senior pharmacists, that's what they do. They help people navigate Medicare. And while I'm talking about senior pharmacists, they also help people who can't afford their medications. They'll pay for it, So I say people, I should say seniors 60 plus. So anyway, that Medicare Basics is tomorrow at noon. Alrighty, and now what I'm going to do is to hop over to the Senior Scope page. Speaking of the Durham Center for Senior Life, let's see what's going on there. Again, it's 406 Rigsby Avenue. It's a great, fun place to hang out if you're 55 plus. By the way, all this week they want us members of the Durham Center for Senior Life to stop by and get a new card. I think I have one in my wallet. I could show it to you because I got my card. So they want you to, it's kind of like re-registering. They just want to make sure. I think what's happening is that people are parking in their parking lot and then tiptoeing away and going somewhere else. As you already know, is the parking spaces are, I don't want to say few and far between, but as the center gains in popularity, it's hard to find parking sometimes. Sometimes people end up parking way down the street. And this is seniors. You don't want seniors to have to walk too far. I thought I had my new card here. Wait a minute. Here it is. Okay, wait. So they want you to come down and get your Fast Pass. It's called the Fast Pass. So yeah, and then they have your name and when you got your card. So I got my card on the 6th of this month. So definitely stop by, get your ticket, because another thing they're doing is if you're parking after 5, you have to pay. So that's another reason to get one of these cards. So you can say, I'm a member. I shouldn't have to pay. So anyway, let me continue. Okay, so what is going on today? Today is Tuesday. So let's see what's happening this afternoon at the Durham Center for Senior Life. You can play Pinochle. You can play, what's that other game? You can play Kings in the Corner all afternoon because the center is open late on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So if you're still 9 to 5ing, you can stop by after work, get that workout in. They've got all the workout. They've got the bouncy balls. They've got the free weight thingies. They've got the walking bicycle things. So yeah, you can obviously I don't work out, but yeah, you can work out and get home nice and relaxed. You could also do some computer work. There's a computer lab there. You can check your email. So yeah, so check it out. Now, what else is happening this afternoon at the Durham Center for Senior Life? Crocheting club until 2:30. You can do that. That's becoming more popular by the way. Let's see. Bingo size at 1. It's bingo plus exercise. So that's at 1 o'clock. And let's see what else is happening. Quilt making from 1 until 3. The Arthritis Foundation. Oh, no class 5:12. Okay, never mind. So next week you can go to the Arthritis Foundation's exercise program, but not this afternoon. Let's see. The DCSL band practice is at 2 in the theater. Yes, they have a theater. And yes, they have a band. So you might want to check them out. They're pretty good. DCSL band practice at 2. Women's pool. Now, women can play billiards all day, but it's just that it's women's only playing billiards from 4 until 4:45 in the rec room. There you go. Now, let's see what's happening tomorrow morning. Muscle pump at 8:40. That's a workout. Now, if you're not quite dressed yet by 8:40, that's fine because you can always attend from Facebook. You see the red FB there. That means you can find this class on the Durham Center for Senior Life's Facebook page. So it'll be live on Facebook tomorrow at 8:40. Also, the French 1 class at 10. Total body workout. That's also on Facebook. And that's at 10. Quick drawing class at 10. Ping pong at 10. Hispanic Heritage Group from 10 until 2. Fun activities in Spanish. And then, learn and play Pinochle. That's a new, I almost said game, a new class. So you notice they play Pinochle on Tuesdays and Thursdays. You might stand around saying, darn it, I wish I could play this game. Well, they're going to teach you from 12:30 until 4. Just drop in at any time between 12:30 and 4 and learn how to play that game. I learned how to play dominoes last week. I can't say I really learned, but I mean, I started to learn how to play dominoes. That's another, they need to teach that too, because they play dominoes there every day, but they don't put it in the calendar because it's one of those things that just happens spontaneously. Anyway, also, tomorrow, let's see. Oh, that's it. Okay. Chair flow and flex at 1. And then I'll tell you the rest during tomorrow's show. Now, let's check for the special events. Let's see. Today's the 12th. Nothing today. Oh, wait a minute. There is something today. Oh, one of my favorite movies. So tonight from 5 until 7 in the theater, they're going to have a special screening of the romantic comedy It Happened One Night from 1935, starring Clark Gable and Claudette Colbert. So that should be really fun, a really fun movie. And that again is going to be at 5 o'clock in the theater. It doesn't say that you'll get free popcorn, but usually on Mondays and Fridays when they show movies, they give away popcorn. So let's just assume that they're going to have free popcorn as well, along with the movie It Happened One Night. All right. Oh, they're also going to have sewing class tomorrow at 11 o'clock. And the Little Garden Club meeting will be tomorrow in the volunteer room from 11 until 1. As you might know, they have a new outdoor planting garden. It's like a raised bed, which is really great for those of you who can't or don't want to stoop all the way down to the ground. So this is really nice to have raised bed gardening. So that's available on not on the Hunt Street side, but whatever that other street is on the other side of the senior center. So I don't even know if you noticed them. They're brand new. So the meeting, if you want to join the Little Garden Club, that will be again tomorrow at 11. They're also going to have free notary services. You do have to sign up for this. So if you have some special documents that need to be notarized, that'll be tomorrow from 1 until 2 in Office 216. So call and register. So call 919-688-8247, extension 104. Oh, what's Dave saying? Dave's ready with he's in Texas, but he's still ready with his popcorn. I'm just saying. That is the smallest container of popcorn I've ever seen. It's cute, though. Thank you, Dave. All right, now I think that is it now. The last page we're going to visit is the Let's Go page. That's the calendar of events page. And let's see what's happening. You might notice, you might say, oh, Pat's getting kind of fancy. Yeah, I have a new weather app. It's not showing up. I was going to show off my new weather app. This is concerning. Okay, well, let's just go ahead and go on to the events. Okay, wait, I'm going to go to another page and then go back to let's reload that Let's Go page. Okay, let's see if that works. It did work, see? New weather app. How about that? Now, let's go down to May 12th, shall we? Let's see. Oh, there's a job fair going on right now. I did mention this yesterday. Yes, the VA, the Durham Veterans Administration, 508 Fulton Street. They're hosting a job fair right now. Job fair for veterans and spouses. It's from 10 until 2, so you have a couple more hours or an hour and a half more. See if you can hop over there real quick. Bring copies of your latest updated resume. And if you have any questions, you can call Michael Bishop Sawyer or Paige Crafton. Got their phone numbers right there. So hopefully you can take advantage of that by rushing over there real quick. Again, 508 Fulton Street, the VA. It's over there by Duke, the Duke Medical Center. Can't miss it. And they have a big parking lot, so you don't have to worry about that. Oh, there's a grocery giveaway today, right? It is Tuesday. It just started 5 minutes ago. So, New Visions of Africa restaurant, 1306 Fayetteville Street. They're giving away groceries right now. So, if you're struggling, you need food for your family or yourself, stop by there right now. 1306 Fayetteville Street. If you're driving, park in the W.D. Hill Community Center's parking lot. That's their next door neighbor. Now, you probably can't get there from Fayetteville just turning right, right where New Visions is, because I think they're still fixing that street. So go down to the Stanford L. Warren Library and turn on Umstead, and then go around that way. And then you should be able to get to the parking lot of W.D. Hill. If you're on the bus, it's the 5 or the 5K bus. They give away a lot of food. So if you have a rollaway cart, then try to bring that if you can. I'm getting a thumbs up. I'm getting 2 thumbs up from Dave. All right now. Thank you, Dave. Let's see. Now, it is free dinner skate night tonight at Wheels Durham. So if you like roller skating and you like dinner, they just solve 2 of your problems. Go there, skate. Admission for skaters is $15. Not only does that include the skate rental, it also includes a slice of cheese pizza and a small drink. How about that? Skating, pizza, and a beverage. That's the perfect combination. That's going to be tonight from 6 until 8:30 at Wheels Durham, now owned by the city, at 715 North Hoover Road. All right. The Glass Jog Run Club, they meet tonight right before 6 in the Parkwood Ballpark, 5200 Revere Road. And then you can either join the 2-mile walk or the 5K jog and run, which ends at the Glass Jug Beer Lab, 5410 Highway 55, and strollers and dogs are welcome. This is not a competition. People are just out there. So it's strollers. You can bring a stroller and your little dinkies, little kitties. You can bring your little puppies, well-behaved dogs. And then you can walk or run at your own pace during this free event. So you're meeting at the ballpark and then walking and running for a bit, and it ends at the Glass Jug. Okay, the Black and Brown Ballet class, they meet at the Hayti Heritage Center, which is at 804 Old Fayetteville Street. That's on the corner of Fayetteville and Lakewood. So this is for beginning and intermediate ballet dancers, at least age 12. So this will be from 6:30 until 8. So you can learn the traditional ballet technique in this class. It starts out with stretching and bending, and then you get into the technique. The class fee is $10. So definitely check that out, and that will be from 6:30 until 8. Okay, high-strung violins and guitars, they host the Irish Learning Jam. That's at Blacknell Memorial Presbyterian Church, 1902 Perry Street in the community room. And the church is not too far from the store. The store is on Markham, but the church is on Perry, right down the street. So they have a bigger space. That's why they, because it's a pretty big group. Irish music is very popular in this area. And it's very good. It's really fun. If you don't know how to play Irish music, they don't mind if you just come and listen, because it's really nice music. So you're playing jigs and reels and whatnot. Now, ideally, you're comfortable playing in the keys of G, D, and A major, and also E minor. It's especially noted if you play guitar. Those are like the easy keys, so to speak. So that's going to be, again, from 6:30 until 8 at Blacknell. And I think, oh yeah, they have another jam. I'll get to that. Okay, I thought I was leaving it out. So the Irish jam is 6:30 until 8. After that, there's going to be, actually at the same time, Aldersgate United Methodist Church, which is at 1320 Umstead Road. This is Umstead Road, not street. This is on the north side of town. They host a weekly community pickleball, 6:30 until 8:30. So they obviously have more than one building. They say head for the big building where the gym is. Minors are only welcome if they're accompanied by their parent or legal guardian. But yeah, it's free. You can play pickleball, which is kind of like, it looks like tennis to me. It looks like it looks like tennis, but then it looks like badminton too. So it's apparently, according to NPR, the country's fastest growing sport. So if you want to learn how to play, if you just want to play, that's tonight, 6:30 until 8:30 at Aldersgate. The monthly pony ride starts at Major the Bull in CCB Plaza, that's downtown, at 201 Corcoran Street. They start at 6:30. Then it ends at Ponysaurus Brewing at 219 Hood Street around 8:15. So this is a free, social, 5 to 8 mile bicycle ride. And I don't know is it dark by 8:15? Because I think the rules, at least around here, is that you have to have a light on your bicycle if you're out there riding around after dark. And if you happen to know, let me check. You know what? When is sunset nowadays? Sunset at 8:12. You're fine. Yeah, you don't need a light on your bike. Yeah. So you get to ride for this 5 or 8 mile bicycle ride. Nobody will be left behind. They do ride at a leisurely pace. It's not like they're rampaging through the streets of Durham. They're riding at a nice pace. So you should be able to keep up, and that should be really nice for people trying to get back in shape this spring. The Tuesday Blues Jam, that starts at 7 o'clock at the Blue Note Grill, downtown at 709 Washington Street, from 7 until around 10-ish. Now, if you play guitar or bass, don't worry about bringing your amp. You can use one of their amps. So it's free admission. You go there and hopefully order something to eat. It is a restaurant. And then you can hop on stage after you sign up. If it gets to you and you want to share your musical experience, you can definitely do that. You could also jump up and dance. People love that too. So that's from 7 until 10 at the Blue Note Grill. Here's the other jam, the high-strung violins and guitars classic country honky-tonk jam. That's also at Blacknell Memorial Presbyterian Church, again 1902 Perry Street. So this one is from 8:30 until 10. Now with this jam, a piano will be available, and also singers are invited to join in. Again, it's free. Near beginners are welcome. And they're going to have chord charts. And they'll explain how to use chord charts. If you play like guitar or whatever, they'll teach you how to read the chord charts. I think it's probably the chord charts that have the dots, the 6 strings represented with the dots showing where the fingers go. I think that's the charts that they'll probably be using. So again, that is tonight, 8:30 until 10. Play some really fun old classic country. We're talking about probably like Waylon Jennings and probably like Hank Williams Sr. And who else? I don't even know. That good old stuff. We grew up watching Hee Haw. So that kind of music, the real fun music from the Grand Ole Opry and whatnot, with Minnie Pearl. She used to say, howdy. And she had, before the rappers were doing it, Minnie Pearl was doing it with the hat with the price tag hanging down. So if the rappers think that they invented something, no, they got that from Minnie Pearl, from way back in the day at the Grand Ole Opry. Just saying. Okay, so that's going to be tonight, 8:30 until 10. Now let's see what's happening tomorrow morning. Echo NC, they are hosting 1 Million Cups Durham, which is a nice way for people easing their way into becoming an entrepreneur. They get to meet other entrepreneurs, and they get to hear from they have 2 entrepreneurs per week talking about their companies, their businesses that they're running. And you can click and fill out the form if you want to speak at a future meeting. That's a great way to hobnob and to market yourself. So at 8:30, people get there, and they're being Re-City Network, 112 Broadway Street. They have their own parking lot, by the way. So you get there at 8:30, you have some coffee, you work the room, have some business cards, or at least one of those, the cards that you have on your smartphone, so you can exchange information with interesting people. And then at 9 o'clock, you have a seat, and then they'll have the speakers talking about entrepreneurship and about their businesses. And also they answer questions. So this should be a really great event for people who are getting into that entrepreneurship game and they want to see what it's like. All right. Now, don't forget the Durham County Sheriff's Office's Animal Services Division. They offer the rabies vaccination clinics on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays all day. Call, make your appointment, and then bring in $10 exact change with your pet to 3005 Glen Road. Now, again, if you're struggling and you need food, Bell Yeager, Free Will Baptist Church at 128 East Cornwallis Road, they're going to have a food giveaway from 10 until noon. And don't forget, they line up early for this particular food giveaway because the need is really still out there. So if you need help, see if you can line up there way before 10 o'clock. Catholic Charities, they run the Durham Community Food Pantry at 2020 Chapel Hill Road in the Lakewood Shopping Center. And they run the food pantry on Wednesdays and Thursdays from 10 until 1. And basically you go there, you talk to a social worker, let them know if you can't have dairy or pork and they'll make a substitution. And then you're walking away with a week's worth of groceries. Now you can only go once a month to the Durham Community Food Pantry, just to let you know. Also, they have diapers for free. So if you need diapers, just ask. They have all the different sizes, the newborn to the toddler sizes, and they have the big ones for adults. So if you're a caregiver, you can get help in that area as well. And if you can't make it tomorrow from 10 until between 10 and 1, they do it again on Wednesdays from 5 until 7. Just to let you know if you're getting your schedule together. Oh, there's going to be another job fair. Okay, I got to tell you about this. Mesa's Staffing Solutions, they're holding a job fair. This is going to be at El Centro Hispano. Don't let that scare you. I know a lot of people are like, ooh, that's for Hispanics. You know, this is America, so you can go anywhere you want. So they speak English. They speak English at El Centro Hispano. So don't be timid. If you need a job, go on in there. So they're looking to fill more than 100 jobs. So, yeah, don't miss that opportunity due to shyness or thinking that things are only for certain people. I'm just saying. So, this is going to be from 10 until 3:30. They're trying to fill more than 100 jobs in various areas like general warehouse, quality control, forklift operations, etc. Bring copies of your updated resume and be ready to be interviewed on the spot. And I want to emphasize, those who are our new neighbors who speak Spanish, definitely, that's your place. El Centro Hispano for sure. That's your spot. But I also want to let people know that jobs are not restricted to certain people. That goes for race and ethnicity and all that. If you need a job, my dad taught us when we were kids, the kid's job is to go to school, get good grades. The adult's job is to feed the kids, take care of the household. They didn't tell us what kind of job to get, or we weren't taught about white collar and blue collar and all that stuff. A job is a job. You're taking care of your family. That's the most important thing. So if it means going to uncharted territory like El Centro Hispano, get her done, as they say. Get her done. I think that's it for tomorrow. Let's see. Oh, wait a minute. The Pauli Murray Center for History and Social Justice, they will have a guided home tour tomorrow from 11 until 12:15. Learn all about the African American Episcopal priest, attorney, civil rights activist at her former home. So the regular ticket is $20. And if you can get the community ticket if, you're low income and you still want to go. Don't have 20, but you can pay anything between $4 and $10. And I have the link right there so you can get more information and make your purchase. Hub RTP, they have a weekly outdoor lunchtime concert series. So tomorrow, they're going to have the group Mellow Swells, doing indie rock, R&B, and electronic music. That address is 3151 Elion Drive off of Highway 54. That's going to be tomorrow, 11:30 until 1:30. And I'm guessing they don't mention lunch at all, but anytime there's a lot of people, there's going to be food trucks. So I don't even think you have to worry where you're going to get lunch tomorrow. Of course, you can bring your lunch too. Don't forget the Medicare Basics seminar by senior pharmacist tomorrow at noon at the Durham Center for Senior Life, 406 Rigsby Avenue. And now let's check the weather. And Dave is saying agreed. And I think it's about talking about getting that job. It's so important to take care of your family. And like I said, it doesn't have to be. I see on YouTube people looking down on people's certain jobs and stuff. You know what? When I really needed some money while my aunt was still alive, we were starting to really run out of money. We were in trouble. So while she slept, I got up real early, and I had a part-time job at Walmart taking care of the plants. And after Walmart, then I would go to Sam's Club and take care of the plants there. I remember one time that somebody I knew was there. They were like, they saw me, hauling water, and, they were like, "Girl, what you doing here?" I said, "Paying my bills." And they said, "You got that?" "Yeah, I know that's right." So I'm just saying, you do what you got to do. Let's check the weather. Okay, it is so nice out right now. It is 69 gorgeous degrees. The sun is out. It's beautiful. I think we're going to have a totally sunny afternoon. I wonder what it is is it in the 80s in Texas? Let me know, Dave and or Curtis. But it's 69 right now, going up to 73. Not bad at all. It is still spring. So it says wind gusts are up to 6 miles per hour. Well, that's hardly a gust. Anyway, 69 going up to 73. Now tomorrow's going up to 76, and I'm so happy to see if the sun's going to be out tomorrow. I was worried because yesterday they were saying it was going to rain tomorrow. But tomorrow is the big block party for Bembe, the Bembe African and African American Cultural Arts Festival. So the block party is tomorrow evening, and then the big festival is Saturday. And see, it's going to be 84 and sunny on Saturday. That's more like it. I had quite the scare yesterday. So apparently the weather, I guess they realized is Bembe week and they're giving us a break. So yeah, so tomorrow, 76 and sunny, and then Thursday, 69. That's okay. Thursday, 69. Friday, 73. Saturday, 84. Sunday, 89. Oh, okay. So where Dave is, oh, wait a minute. Dave's saying Pity Pat got a green thumb a little bit. Not enough to brag about. But so where Dave is in Texas, it's 79 with the high of 85. Not bad. Where Curtis is in Texas, it's 78. So they might be close by each other. I don't. Oh, so Curtis is near Houston, Texas. I'm going back to Houston. I remember that song. Okay, I apologize for singing. I'm a terrible singer. Houston, Texas, where it is probably sunny all the time. I'll bet. I bet it's like being in like Puerto Rico or something. I've never been there either. I haven't been to Texas or Puerto Rico. Oh, Curtis, I made the announcement. I don't think you were here yet, but I'm going to Oklahoma for the first time. I'm going to go to Boley, Oklahoma. Let me tell you what it's all about. Okay, so my family on my dad's side, they're originally from Cuba, but then in America, they started in Alabama. Talladega, Alabama. Okay, so my dad's mom, my grandmother, and her mom left Alabama together, and I don't know if they knew they were going to end up in Chicago, but they spent, I guess, I don't know how many years, but they spent some time in Boley, Oklahoma. So for those who don't know about the black frontier towns, they took some Indian land and gave it to black folks because they said, "Oh, black people, they can govern themselves and whatnot." Right after slavery, and so a lot of black people um, uh, populated about maybe 12 or so um, frontier towns in Oklahoma. Like I said, it was Cherokee, not Cherokee. It was Choctaw and Creek land. He gave it to black people for self-governance. And Curtis is saying Chicago will always be home for me. I know. And what's embarrassing, Curtis, when I say back home, when I'm here in Durham, I mean Chicago. But a couple of times when I'm in Chicago, I make the mistake of saying home, talking about Durham, and my family gets so upset. But anyway, but they know it. They know, my home. This is my mom's home. I mean, my mom's from here. So anyway, so black folks really flocked to Oklahoma. And I think Boley, I was reading about Boley. So so black folks, they're opening like stores, all the businesses that you have to run a community. Black people were, of course, running these businesses. But I think Boley was the only black town that formulated and made its own electric company. Like Con Ed, and they had their own electrical company, self-contained, which was pretty exciting. And it was the only place that thwarted the efforts of Pretty Boy Floyd. He apparently was some big gangster who was going all around the country robbing banks. And they were warned not to rob the Boley Bank. And they went anyway, and they got chased out of town in a hail of bullets. Those folks did not play. Don't mess with black folks' money. I'm just saying. But anyway, I think one person, now I think Pretty Boy Floyd lived, but one of his members, gang members, I think got killed in the hail of fire. But yeah, they learned, you don't go to Boley trying to rob their bank. I'm just saying. So people left Boley just like they arrived, seeking opportunities up north as things opened up, more opportunities started opening up. So my folks ended up going to Gary, Indiana, and then Chicago, which is my hometown. So my dad was born in Gary, and then he was eventually reunited with his folks after they found work in Chicago when he was about 5, and then, married my mom from Durham, and then the rest is history. But yeah, so Boley, I think they were the first black town to have their first rodeo years ago. They have it every year. People flock back to Boley. It's like a family reunion. So they have these big barbecue situations. They have like a parade, rodeo. I mean, black people in cowboy hats and cowboy boots. I saw them on YouTube. I'm like, what? But yeah, so they do the whole thing with the ropes, where they're tying the feet together of some animal, and they're running around barrels on their horse, and they're doing the roping and all that. So I get to see all that. It's going to be so exciting. It's a whole different life. And they say a lot of black folks lived that life and are still living that life. And I just want to see what it's all about. I also want to do some genealogical research to see if my grandmother and great-grandmother left any trace of being. I know my great-grandmother was a teacher, a school teacher, a school marm. So there might be something with her name on it somewhere. I just want to see. I also want to do some research because my great-grandmother was married. We know she was married 3 times. And we figured one of those times must have been in Boley. I mean, we just figured. So we're just going to do, I'm saying we. I was originally hoping my sister could join me, but she can't anyway. So I'll go by myself. But I'm very excited to visit Boley and to learn all about that frontier history. And they also have a museum. And also I can learn a lot about Native American life as well, because Got that in my family too. Not Creek or Choctaw though. But anyway, that is pretty much it. So I think that is it for the show. I hope you have a beautiful afternoon and enjoy the weather. Don't forget to read the Durham Skywriter at durhamskywriter.com. And David saying, interesting as heck, deep pity pat lore. You know that's right, because once you get into your history, your family history, you find out some wild stuff. Some wild stuff. I mean, you just never know. I'm so glad that my grandmother mentioned it. I don't know how often she mentioned Bowley to me, but sometimes one generation will mention something, and then if it's not investigated or written down or recorded in some kind of way, it's forgotten. It's forgotten. I mean, because I don't even know if they're in the census there, but I'll find out. And Curtis is saying, that sounds like a lot of fun. You know what? This is going to be a once-in-a-lifetime thing for me, because I know I'll probably only go once, and while I can afford it, and I'm just going to enjoy this so much. I'm going to do so much video. I was thinking I'd do some live streaming, but I was warned. I did meet the town historian over the phone, former judge, Henrietta Hicks, and the internet is, it's rural Oklahoma, so I probably won't be able to do live streaming. I probably won't be doing Bull City Hangout because, again, it'll be spotty internet at best from what I understand. I might try just to see, but we'll see. And then David saying, have a good one, buddies. Indeed, fist bump. Thanks for being here, Dave. I really appreciate it. And I think that is it for today's show. Again, and Curtis, again, if you want to promote, or definitely, actually, I was visiting Chris. Chris has Inspiration podcast. He's here in Durham. It's a Christian podcast. I went to his location, his studio, and he did some promotion. So if you want to, don't think because you're Christian based that I wouldn't. Some people try not to mention, race, religion, that sort of thing. I mention it all because it's all good. It is all good. Feel free, feel more than free to come on the show whenever you like, Curtis. So with that, again, have a beautiful afternoon, and I'll see you tomorrow at noon. Ciao for now.